Salvation belongeth unto the Lord, thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah. Psalms 3 verse 8. In this verse, David concludes his plea for divine intervention by affirming a profound truth: salvation belongs to the Lord alone. With these words, David shifts from calling for God's action to acknowledging God's sovereignty and ultimate authority over all matters of salvation and deliverance. This declaration not only brings a sense of closure to his prayer, but also serves as a reminder to the believer of where true salvation comes from: God and God alone. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. David proclaims that salvation is the sole prerogative of God. No one can deliver or rescue apart from His will. This statement highlights God's role as the ultimate savior and protector of His people. Salvation is not something that can be earned or achieved through human effort, but it is entirely in God's hands. David's recognition of this truth demonstrates a humble acknowledgement that, no matter how dire the circumstances, the only true source of salvation is God's grace and power. This truth invites the believer to place their trust fully in God, knowing that He alone has the ability to save. Thy blessing is upon thy people. David continues by declaring that God's blessing rests upon His people. This is a reminder that, despite the trials and opposition that may come, God's favor is upon His chosen ones. The Lord's blessing represents His favor, protection, and provision. David recognizes that God's people are not abandoned or forgotten, but are continuously under His care. This reassurance is meant to strengthen the hearts of the faithful, reminding them that no matter what challenges they face, God's blessing is a constant and powerful presence in their lives. Selah, this word, often found at the end of a psalm, is believed to be a musical or poetic pause, inviting the reader or worshipper to reflect on the profound truths expressed. It is a moment to meditate on the greatness of God's salvation and His unwavering blessing upon His people. The use of Selah encourages a deep contemplation of God's sovereignty and His intimate care for those who trust in Him. In the context of this verse, it is a call to pause and reflect on the assurance that salvation is from the Lord and that His blessing rests upon His people. In conclusion, this verse reinforces the foundational truth that salvation is God's gift to His people, and His blessing is a source of comfort and strength. For the believer, it serves as a reminder that, no matter the challenges faced, the Lord is the ultimate source of deliverance and blessing. Just as David found hope in the fact that salvation belongs to God, so too can we rest in the assurance that the same God who delivered David will deliver us, and His blessings will always be upon those who belong to Him.